if you are to obtain what you want from your work, from your sport, from your business, from your career, from your personal relationships, the ability to zero in and to block out distraction is critical. Attention is a finite faculty. The ability to focus in on what you're doing for the required period of time and to remove all risk of distraction is key. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, a Hungarian psychologist, wrote about this extensively, spent his career researching it, in fact. Wrote the book back in the 90s, Flow, a subsequent book titled Creativity. I can't remember the subtitle on it, The Science of Creativity and Innovation, or something along those lines. And in that book, he cited certain case studies of individuals who achieved eminence in their field. Now, you and I don't need to achieve eminence in our field. We just want to do well. We don't need to be world beaters. We don't need to be superstars, celebrities. We just want to get a good result and maybe make a few bob in the process. And if we're constantly distracted, if our attention is consistently dragged here and there, well, you can be sure that the results will be just as fractured, just as scattered. And so attention and focus and the ability to screen out distractions is really important for you and me. And that's one of the 9 mental skills. In fact, it's you could say the final one in the framework, the final one I write about and I speak about, because when you're in the heat of the moment, when you're engaged in your work or the game you're playing or whatever it happens to be, your attention is required right here and now. And that's why structure is important. That's why rules and regulations are important, to help us structure and zero in on what we want to do. So the message today is get a structure, get a process. I teach process in the 9 mental skills. In fact, on the final day, we get into the daily routine for developing the 9 mental skills. And if you want to learn more, hit subscribe right here. Go to the link in the bio and find out more about 9 mental skills. The 9 essential mental skills, of which focus and attention is the final piece in the puzzle. All right, thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.